And start like this. What is going on, world? You're rocking with the young man Nuke, and this is Fresh Radio. I'll bring you your family revolutions, spirituality, health, and hip hop all in one show. So, listen, this is a little different for me. I am currently going live on the Instagram, and we're going to make this a weekly thing, just like how I do my Sunday shows. Um, but today, going to bring back a throwback from my life. I'm not going to speak too much on it right now until I get everything worked out. I am working on a book. I say it like this: I'm working on the book that can help um, people get out of a funk, if you will. I know that I've been adjusting my microphone. I know that I've been in a position to man, just whatever. Man, just saying it. I've been through a lot in my life, and it's the last 5 years. I've been through things that have truly distorted my worldview and how I feel the world views me. So with that being said, I've been taking the time for real to work on my mental, to work on my overall self worth, my overall the way I present myself to the world. I just been really working on those things because I feel not that even that I feel, I know that there's going to come a point in time when I'm going to have to show and prove. I'm gonna have to step out into the public, if you will, and I want to show up as my authentic self for sure, but I also want to step into the public realm, interact with the individuals on a very high level, of myself, and working on my self worth is part of that. So I am going to be taking the time out to not only delve into those things that I feel brought me to my lowest, but also I'm going to speak on things that I've done to help bring me out of the depths of my depression and put me on a place on a pedestal where I feel that I can I can thrive, you dig? I can thrive to the fullest. So with that being the case, sexy Saturdays. Yeah. I'm going to delve into a whole lot of topics. A whole lot of different topics. We're going to go into just a plethora of things that I personally feel. And if you think there's something else different, drop a comment below and let me know. But we're going to go into a plethora of different things that I personally feel one can do to not only just improve their confidence, but also reshape the way that they approach things and reshape the way that they approach the world. It's 2025, and honestly, it's no different than 1995, except for we have technology and a lot of people are losing their minds, and there's this battle between good and evil, and it's more prevalent now because we got the social medias to show us everything that's going on. So yeah, I'm the same things, and when I say it's no different than 1995, it's like the same things that were going on then that were affecting people and plaguing people then are still affecting people and plaguing people now, and we're just gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. So yeah, I'm gonna eat my chocolate while I'm doing this. So excuse me. Today I got a couple different topics today, but I'm not trying to be here all day. I think I'm gonna do it like a half hour, 45 minutes. roll like that. Today, I'm going to start off by talking about the one thing that I know, me personally, what it is a big deal. But when I was at my lowest, it was definitely a big deal. It was something that I couldn't go about doing. It was just hard self care. We're gonna talk about some self care. And I'm going to touch on these topics in further shows, and just go a little bit more deeper. I'm gonna keep things surface level for the most part, but give you an example. Like in my daily life, I wake up, wash my face, brush my teeth, but even right now, man, I need to shave. Starting to get the prickly things on the top of my head. I need to clean my house. I just did the dishes before I came out here and swept up the kitchen or whatever, but I still got laundry to do. Got to clean that room up. I got to clean the bathroom up. You know what I mean? Like that's a part of self-care, taking care of your environment. And I know at my lowest, dude, there was days I didn't even shower. Like days that I didn't even shower, 2-3 days at a time. And I just didn't have the motivation. And there was weeks I wouldn't shave at all. You dig? Like I didn't see the purpose. I really didn't. I'm not going to dig too much into what I do on the regular, but like, man, I don't see nobody. I barely go to the store. I go do major shopping at least 2 to 3 times a month. I go shop at Costco's. I go shop at Sam's Club, and then I go pick up the rest of it at Aldi's or Walmart, depending on what I need to get there from there. But yeah, Aldi's or Kroger's. But like, yeah, I don't, and I do all that in a day. I'll go to Costco's, I'll go to Sam's, drop that off the next day, and or even later on the day, depending on what I got going on, and then I'll go to Kroger's. That way, I just don't like being out in public. And I'm even though I interact with the public a lot, I'm just not I'm not a people person. I'm a person for the people, and I can go out and I can definitely, show face, if you will, show up, show out, but I want to go home afterwards. You dig? And that's it. So wasn't a big thing, for me. But like, I noticed that the longer that I let those, the longer that I didn't shave, the longer that I didn't shower, I always brush my teeth, but like, even then, sometimes I didn't brush them in the morning, and then I just do it at night, or there was a point in time where I used to brush my teeth all the time, but like, yeah, like all throughout the day, every time after I ate, every time after I smoked, but like, yeah, like I noticed that my self-worth, my feeling of self, it just was diminished to the fullest. So I know that, and this is from personal experience, I know that it's supremely important that I make sure that I take care of self. I gotta take care of this physical shell. You only get one. I be telling my children all the time, man, listen, if you don't brush your teeth, you're gonna get holes in your teeth called cavities, and then your teeth are gonna rot, and they're gonna fall out, and then you won't get any more. It don't work like that. You don't just keep getting teeth just to be getting teeth. You only get 2 pair or 2 sets. You get the ones you came in when they came out your mouth when you were a baby, and then you get the other pair when you become an adult. And if you don't take care of those adult teeth, you won't have any more teeth unless they're fake, and they're going to be called dentures. So like, yeah, I know I need to take care of this physical form. I clip my toenails, I clip my fingernails. I need to do that actually. And but it still goes a little bit deeper than that. So definitely, for all of those out there who going through it, man. You're going through it in one way or another for sure. Man, trust me, I feel you. I know what you're going through. I know what you're going through because I'm either going through it still or I've gone through it in the past. And yeah, like all of those out there who are going through it, I am here to, man, just give you some sprinkles of some things that you can do. You know, um, nothing major. Nothing major. We'll get into some major things for sure, for sure. Maybe not tonight or today, this afternoon, whatever this is. But we'll get into some major things for sure. But in the same breath, we're going to tap into just the little things that you can do that can just help improve your mood. And that's what this is about, man. Just improving your mood and like I said, just getting you out of the funk that you may be in. So I'll start like this. One, prayer works. Prayer works. Prayer works as hard as you do. We'll leave it like that. So definitely put all that out there. I don't want to get philosophical on y'all. I have my own viewpoints on not only just prayer but God. But reach out to your supreme being, the one that you pray to, the one that you give reverence to, the one that you feel put you here to be the best example, period. Prayer works, man. Reach out to your supreme being, your deity, and talk. Communicate, exchange. What I heard was prayer is how you speak to God. Meditation is how you receive the messages. So yeah, definitely pray, 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 and we pray, and we pray, and we pray, and we pray. You dig? Reach out and do some meditation as well. Whenever, it don't have to be some elaborate thing. Just give yourself 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and sitting still, sitting quiet, and be open to receive. And those messages that you send and receive, man, text messages to the universe, to the God, to the ethers, to the astro, whatever you, like I said, however you choose to relate to it. As long as we're all on the same page that there's only one, and we are a part of that one. Listen. So yeah. After your prayer, after you sit in silence, after you program yourself, I think affirmations is how you program yourself. Set a couple affirmations, man. My friend Roxanne, she is my spiritual guide on this planet, my personal spiritual guide on this planet, like for sure. And she told me that I need to program my own affirmations. I need to sit back and record my intentions so that I can listen to myself give me instructions. Program my own subconscious instead of allowing other things to program the subconscious. So like, yeah, that's what I feel an affirmation is. An affirmation is something that, I mean, that's what it says. Affirmation is, I don't know. I was about to say I am, but that's not it though. But affirmation is something that's affirming. That's what it is, affirming. You're affirming something within yourself. Maybe I should look that word up one day. Yeah. But you want to make sure that you're programming yourself with positive affirmations that strengthen not only your resolve, but also strengthens your character. I am doing this. I am this way. I am open to this. A lot of people don't understand that the I am is very powerful. Very, very powerful. Let me. Going back to things you can do throughout your day. Um, that light is booming, ain't it? Waking up, prayer, meditation, and getting to what I was talking about earlier. Even before that, drink your water. Ooh, drink your water. It's so important to drink water. That's not what this is, but I don't know. Did I drink water this morning? I did not. I did not drink any water today. I've only been up for about an hour, but definitely drink your water. Water is, we're anywhere between 70 and 80% water. It's whole form. The eyeballs is juicy, your tongue wet, your balls or your what is it? Your sex organs secrete liquids. Your blood is a liquid. You know, drink water, hydrate yourself. I'm not going to tell you what type of water to drink, except for don't drink tap water unless that's all you got. Buy you a filter. They put things in the tap water that it's just not good. But buy you a filter. Uh, you can program your water. I don't know if you know, but there is a doctor. I can't get his name, but the doctor, he did a test on water. I'll see if I can post this in the link, because I'm going to. This is going to be the live video, and I'm not too keen on posting this on YouTube. If I can, I will. But in the same breath, the audio is going on YouTube, and on that YouTube page, I am going to make sure I link this experiment in the comments, just so that if you're not aware, you can see what I'm talking about, and you can get a good idea of what I mean by programming your water. But I'm one of those people on the planet that feel that water is alive. It has a conscious, or it is consciousness. Either way, when you take the time to program your water and then ingest it, you're sending that program to all of the cells in your body that water reaches. So that's that. That's why it's important to not only just hydrate, but program the water that you hydrate. I'm drinking orange juice, by the way. So just I'm not drinking no alcohol or nothing. And I don't know if you can program orange juice, but I know you can program the water. When you put your intentions into that water and you hydrate all your cells, and they come up with that same intention that you programmed into it. Well, let me back up. It's important to drink water first thing in the morning, because one, you just went 5 to 8 hours, because I don't know how much sleep you got. And that's the thing too. Definitely get some good sleep. But you just spent 5 to 8 hours at a horizontal position, allowing your body to recharge, pull things out of your system that shouldn't be there. And if you're anything like me, as soon as you wake up, one of the very first things that you have to do, you gotta use that bathroom. one and two. You know, you're getting rid of the waste from your rest. I typically, whenever I gotta use a bathroom, I replace whatever I lost. You dig? I definitely do that. Um, if I gotta use the bathroom, if I gotta pee, I'm definitely drinking a bottle of water afterwards. I don't want to walk around here lacking in that thing. Oh yeah, not, man. Listen, I got back there. I could probably got, if I can count the bottles of water I have over there, uh, probably got over 300 bottles of water over there, and I got 4 or 5 gallons of water, and I also have that's about it. But yeah, it's important to hydrate because when you're sleeping, well, first thing in the morning, it's important to hydrate because when you're sleeping, all of your organs go to rest. You know, even your heart rate slows down. You know, um, I don't know the active function that goes around to um, making sure that you're being repaired, but I know that all of your organs are currently at rest and they're receiving that repair. Okay, so when you wake up in the morning, the first thing that you want to do, activate your organs. The water helps activate the organs. Warm room temperature water. I heard that does it. That could be the reason why a lot of people drink coffee as well. That bean juice, they ingest that because it helps activate their body, and the caffeine helps activate and stimulate their mental. So a lot of people drink tea. I'm probably going to be one of those tea drinkers in the morning. Give me a bottle of water and then drink me some tea. We'll see how that goes. But hydrating in the best way, even taking a shower. Wake up in the morning, take a shower. We'll get into that part right there too. Um, skincare. Skincare. Oh man, that's a big one for me. It's a big one for me because like I don't have a routine. I wake up. I don't use soap on my face unless it's black soap. Even then, I know it dries out, so I gotta follow that with the shea butter. But make sure, and I'm talking all of this, but I need to actually really, I need to go get a facial. I've been trying to get the facial for the last few years, and yeah, I need to go get me a facial. But yeah, there's this thing that I've been seeing advertised to me. Vibrates and you put it on your face and it's supposed to scan and pull all this stuff up out of your skin. I haven't gotten to that point yet, but I definitely wake up in the morning, get that crust out the corner of my eyes, get that stuff out the corner of my nose, clean my nose, clean my ears, man, massage this head, you dig, and throw on some shea butter when necessary. And I'm about my day. I create my own shea butter if you didn't know. I been doing that for a while. So I got the vitamin E oil in the shea butter, coconut oil, cocoa butter sometimes. My main thing is to make sure that I put that skin protectant on if I decide to go out there in the world and do that. And I know y'all see me put the stuff on my lips. I don't do too much advertising, but y'all know what that is. Yeah. I got to make sure that, man, I got this oral fixation. And I will lick my lips raw. Oh man, I'll lick my lips raw. I don't think LL got it worse than me. But yeah, so make sure that you take care of that. For sure, for sure, for sure. Um, Cleanliness is next to godliness. So yeah, remember what I was saying? I gotta clean up. That's my issue at this point. Yeah, I gotta clean up. I gotta make sure that my surroundings, and even currently, man, y'all see all that. Most of that's just is notebooks and paper that I've been doing. But yeah, cleanliness is next to godliness. And if your surroundings are decluttered, your mental, your conscious will be decluttered as well. If you are walking around the house and you can't move because there's just so much around you, yeah, yeah, that's a way to keep you in a cycle of confusion. It's a way to keep you in a cycle of confusion. So just declutter yourself, man. Make sure that yourself is all around. I am I'm in that process. Like I'm man. Unfortunately, I tend to go in and out of depression, and I'm actively working on making sure that that's not a case at this point. So yeah, I I you got to work with yourself. You got to work with yourself and work on yourself hard. Is a true journey, man. If you got any issues, if you got any comments, concerns, definitely speak on it. Let's talk about it. We can work on each other. We can work on each other together. You dig? Like for real, for real. I'd love to develop this into some type of community so we can hold each other accountable. That'd be dope. The other thing is, I'm saying all of these things to say it like this. That and I hate to use keywords and buzzwords or something like that, but like when you vibrate high, high frequency, when you treat yourself in an elevated, when you treat yourself and your surroundings in an elevated manner, you'll you'll notice that the people around you, the world, will treat you in the same different, and it's the same manner. If you, like I was saying earlier, if you were just walking around the planet looking like a bum, people are going to treat you like a bum, treat you like you homeless, treat you like you indigent. But when you carry yourself regally, high esteem, nobly, people around you are going to reflect that as well. So definitely make it a habit to show out, is to show up for yourself. Show up for yourself for sure. I I'm on that path right now. I'm not saying I'm changing my vibration, but I'm vibrating higher, and I want to make sure that I am being aware of my vibration, my vibratory state. I want to make sure that my efforts are not just going with the flow. I want to make sure that I am being intentional. I don't know, that thing just moved and it kind of like rock with me like a little bit. But yeah, I want to make sure that I'm being intentional with myself. I don't want anyone else to be out there giving me their interpretation of me. I want to be showing up for myself. You dig? And that's super important that you do show up for yourself, because you nobody is coming to save you. We are all on this. They said we were born in this planet alone, but no, we came into this world into loving arms, supposedly. But those people were there just to guide you. And then there comes a point in time when not it's either they let you go or you decide to move on and experience. And either way, you're on your own. Those people will pass on, and you are still going to be here learning, experiencing, growing, moving forward. So you're definitely on your own. Nobody's coming to save you. If you waiting on Jesus, man, listen. Nobody saved Jesus when he was on the cross. So yeah, man, we got to make sure that we show up for ourselves. Yeah, show up for you, and be intentional. Be intentional with the things that you do, with the things that you experience. Make sure that you're able to communicate. I'm looking for a pencil. I'm doing too much. I'm doing so much. I'm thinking about these things that is popping off, and I gotta write it down because, like, yeah, you know, if I don't, I'm gonna miss out. Yeah. So, be intentional. Make sure that when you're taking care of yourself, make sure that when you are showing up for yourself, make sure that when you are putting yourself in a position to be, I don't want to say it like that, but like, make sure that when you're putting yourself in a position to manifest, you know, like I said, I don't like using these buzzwords because I don't. Ooh, he's manifesting. Like, no. Like, manifesting, when you are really actively trying to pull things out of your mind and bring them into the physical, that's a manifestation. Whether you are writing a song, whether you are writing a poetry, whether you are creating a business, whether you are trying to become the better version of yourself, that's manifestation, you know. And when you are intentional about those things, when you are not allowing things to go with the flow, and you are controlling the flow, you are guiding the flow instead of just going with it. You know, man, listen. You ever seen a plastic bag in the wind? Like, it's just, it don't have any direction. It really don't. But if you kind of guide your plastic bag through the wind, then, like, yeah, it'll go places that you want it to go instead of just going wherever it just wants to go, where it want to take it. So yeah, I hit my half hour mark, and I'm going to stop right here. But I appreciate you if you even got to this part, because, you know, this is not something that people want to talk about. It's not something that people want to listen to either. But in the same breath, you dig? Like, it's only gonna get greater later. You dig? I'm not out here trying to talk about some. You know, I'm talking about some real things at this point, and the hard work, the hardest part of the work is to actually do instead of just saying it. So every Saturday, 10 o'clock, maybe earlier, 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, maybe like 9 to 10. Last night I had a rough night. Not even saying I had a rough night, but I stayed up a lot taking notes for this, taking notes for my life. I don't want to get on here and talk about something that I'm not doing. And I had to fight with myself because I didn't want to get on this video and do it either. So kudos to me. I also, like I said, it's a reoccurring thing on Saturday. I will be making sure that I prepare and I prep And I'm going in on Sundays. Not this Sunday. We'll probably start that next month. But I want to make sure that I got this together. This is something that's really it's gonna flesh out. It's gonna flesh out, and it's gonna be more apparent on what I got going on. And yeah, so yeah. With that being the case, yo, I appreciate y'all rocking with me here on the Fresh Radio. I bring you the family revolution, entertainment, spirituality, health, and hip hop all in one show. Yeah, man. Listen, we're gonna have some fun for sure, for sure. And to anyone out there that want to take part, man, just drop a comment. I like to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts. Yeah, and man, we'll keep it moving. Follow me on the Fresh Radio at IG FRESHH dot radio. You dig? The other Fresh Radio, I don't know. It's a lot of people want to be fresh, but man, they not this fresh, and that's the key, man. We've been doing this for a long time. It's almost 11 years at this point. It's definitely been a decade. So we are just going to keep it rocking and keep it moving, keep innovating, keep things together, and man, y'all be smooth. Peace.